Hi everyone, and welcome back to some more Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Today with episodes 17 and 18 of Season 6, Wrongs Darker Than Death or Night and Inquisition. I'm really excited for this week of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Last time we had two really amazing episodes with Honor Among Thieves and Change of Heart. One episode about a guy called Bilby. I will miss that guy called Bilby. O'Brien was like a secret undercover agent, and we saw some of the Orion Syndicate, which was really cool. And then after that we had a really nice Worf and Dax episode where I thought Dax was going to die, but she is fine. But today I don't know what these episodes are about, but season 6 has been on a roll and I don't want it to stop. I'm really excited for them. And remember, if you want to check out more Star Trek Deep Space Nine, you can head over to my Patreon where I am watching. And if you want to check out some more Star Trek Deep Space Nine, you can head over to my Patreon where you can check out In the Pale Moonlight. That's right, the most anticipated episode probably ever. The most anticipated thing ever on my channel is probably In the Pale Moonlight. I have been getting comments from that episode from season 1, episode 1. People have been commenting, oh, watch In the Pale Moonlight, it's the best one. Well, you can check it out on Patreon right now because I have seen it. It comes out next week on YouTube, but you can check out up to 3 weeks ahead on Patreon, which means not just In the Pale Moonlight, but episode 20, His Way, episode 21, The Reckoning, 22, Valiant, 23, Prophet and Lace, and 24 times Orphan, all on Patreon right now for you to watch. Anyways, thank you so much. If you do check it out, let's get back to the video. Okay, let's get into episode 17 now. I hope you enjoy my reaction to Wrongs Darker Than Death or Night.
I promise, not more than 50 or 60.
I can see it now. 200 people jammed into our quarters.
No more than 50.
Making, laughing.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, laughing sounds awful.
No laughing. No, I mean it. You won't see a single smile the entire evening.
It'll be a sad drinking party.
When do you want to have this party?
Oh my god, he just wants a sad party.
Bad idea.
Commander, your holo suite is ready.
Good.
Have fun exercising.
Mord!
Thank you, Quark.
Don't mention it, mate.
Those are nice flowers.
Is there something going on between the two of you that I don't know about?
Oh, secret love affair with Quark and Kira?
Well, that's nice. I thought you didn't like flowers.
I don't.
Why'd you get them?
Confused.
Jadzia, there's such a thing as privacy.
Not between friends.
It's my mother's birthday.
Happy birthday! Oh, would've. She's passed away.
Nice way to remember your mother.
I wish I did remember her. I was only 3 when she died at the river.
Oh wow, so young.
My father always said she was the bravest woman he ever met.
That's really sweet. That's really sweet. This is gonna be a Kira episode then, I assume?
From whom?
Unable to identify.
Who's calling her this hour? What if it's her mom? What if it's her mom?
Put it through.
Oh my god.
There you
What the heck?
to wake you.
What the hell do you want, Dukat?
Oh, don't.
Oh, it's gonna be a good episode if Dukat's in it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Captain Sisko gave me the clarity to see beyond the lies
What a crazy good episode that was.
that were controlling my life. He held
Is he back on Cardassia then now?
truth about myself. And now I'm going to do the same for you. And what better day to do it?
Does he know about his mother? Her mother?
She was a striking woman, your mother. Although when we first met,
What the heck?
self-conscious about that scar along the side of her face.
What the heck?
Nice try, Dukat. But you never knew my mother. She died in
The
the...
Singha Refugee Center.
Oh my god, he does know. He's speaking the truth.
That your mother left him to be with me.
That's actually insane. There's no way. There's no way.
And we remained lovers until the day she died.
Okay, so she is dead though.
I've had enough of it.
But this is insane.
Your mother would have been touched. She loved Bajoran lilacs.
That's crazy, you know? I think he's telling the truth.
I told you the truth was liberating, Major. Now don't you feel better?
No, not at all. Bro, that was just liberating for him. That was just liberating for him. He called her privately just to rip on her. That's insane. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I'm so excited. any episode that has Dukat in, even for a little bit, is always a good episode. But Kira is going to be going on a manhunt to find out the truth about her mom, I think. And this is going to be very interesting.
Locate Cardassian occupation file, Singa Refugee Center. Find and display Bajoran identity profile, Kira Maru.
Kira Maru. She was named after her mother.
200 of us trapped inside some crumbling old mission or whatever.
Yes.
Surrounded by 2,000 enemy troops, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, we lose. Why do you want to play a program where we lose?
Because it's heroic.
Life, maybe, but not in the holosuite.
Chief, you were supposed to have finished recalibrating those induction...
Oh, she's pissed.
Actually, Miles and I were chatting
Thought
about...
not. We're on duty here.
Oh, damn, Kira. Dude, she's just pissed about her mom and she's letting it out on everyone else. I love it.
Odo, I've just been informed of the increased criminal activity on the promenade.
Oh my god, she's just nitpicking everyone now.
If you think it's necessary.
I do. And make sure that you keep me informed of your progress.
Kira, you're being too intense about everything right now.
Meaning what?
Meaning, I talked with Dr. Bashir. He told...
Yeah, you're flustered.
I appreciate the offer, Odo. But I don't think talking about it is going to help.
Why not?
Well, if you won't talk about it, perhaps you should consider doing something about it.
Oh, good advice. What can she do about this, though? Find Dukat and get him to say that he's lying?
That's because I didn't report it.
Why not?
It was of a personal nature.
And he's Gold Dukat again. He's Gold Dukat again.
You don't believe him, do you?
He knew certain things about her, personal things.
He could have found it. He has his ways. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Cisco.
That may not be possible, Major.
There is a way. I can visit the Temple of Ipanu on Bajor and consult the Orb of Time.
Oh, interesting.
Get this straight. You want to travel back in time to see if Gul Dukat and your mother were lovers.
That's right.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
The emissary can see to it that I am allowed access to the orb. After that, it's up to the prophets. If they feel...
Go on, Cisco.
They'll send me where I need to go. If not, I've made a trip to Bajor.
Grant her the wish.
Let me seek the will of the prophets.
He said yes. He said yes. Bajor has to be one of the most beautiful planets, so look how gorgeous that is. Here she goes. Back in time. So the Orb of Time actually makes you time travel? That's really cool. This is very bleak.
Maru, I found Nerys.
Oh, baby Kira. And her mom. Does Kira have a brother?
Not enough. How do they expect us to survive?
The Cardassians don't care whether or not we survive. They won't be happy until we're all dead. Come here, sweetie.
Sounds like she hates Cardassians, so why would she get with Dukat?
It's ours. What are you talking about? My wife stood in line all day to get it. If you think you can just...
Oh my days.
We are all hungry.
That's right, we are. And hunger can make people do stupid things.
Okay, Kira.
That's what we were doing, helping ourselves to some soup.
Hey, you want soup? You go stand in line like everyone.
Okay, Kira. Yes, Kira. Oh, she's kind of interfered with the timeline now.
Thank you.
Immediately broke her promise to Cisco.
I'm Kira Meru.
I'm just glad I could help.
That's not a good name. I'm just glad I could help.
Vaughn, my son Rayon, my son Paul, and my daughter Nerys.
Wait, so she has two brothers. We've never heard or any mention of them.
Me.
I'm also Nerys.
I'm Lumaral.
Lumaral.
It's nice to meet you, Nerys.
What the heck? She just shook her hand in the past.
The Cardassian troops stationed there will require comfort women.
Comfort women? Oh god. Oh, this is weird. No. That's insane.
But my children!
Oh, Goldakot's gonna...
Than they have any right to.
I love you!
You think Goldakot's gonna, like, abuse her and stuff. Oh my days.
Oh no.
Like he slept with her, but she was unwilling. That kind of stuff. And who is this Bajorn? What a traitor, you know.
Maru, listen to me. I know things look bad, but don't give up just yet.
It's always cool going back to the occupation, you know.
Fresh MOBA. Oh, do you know how long it's been since I've seen fresh MOBA?
She just instantly forgot about her kids.
You don't want to make yourself sick.
Sick from too much food?
You can't actually get sick from too much food, I think, can't you?
If only Taban and the children were here.
Oh, there we go. She doesn't remember the children. I thought she just forgot about them. That'd be crazy.
The Cardassians said they would take care of them. So maybe they will.
No, they won't.
I suppose that's possible.
Of course it is. Till then, we'll just need to bite.
Oh, the scar. Oh, that's the scar Dukat was talking about.
I'm sorry.
That's the scar Dukat was talking about, you know. I think it looks kind of cool.
Well, you have one now.
Wow, this must mean so much to Kira. And I don't think she ever slept with Dukat.
Well
dude.
done.
But I think Dukat slept with her.
You have one purpose and one purpose only. To provide comfort and care to the Cardassian officers stationed here.
Oh, man.
Do that well, and you'll want for nothing.
I want to slap this guy.
Welcome to Tarak Nor. I hope your stay here will be a pleasant one.
He's really small.
I will do everything possible to make it so.
I never realized how short Dukat was, you know.
That all Cardassians are to be feared. That we are a cruel and heartless people.
Many times, yes.
We are capable of great kindness.
What of our families? Are they out?
Oh, dude, she just spoke out.
Speak. Guards!
Stay where you are.
That Cardassian on the right looks so funny.
We'll be well taken care of. That
Oh my
I
god.
promise you.
Oh, that's so weird.
Forgive me, Prefect. I didn't notice the imperfection. I'll have her removed at once.
Get me a dermal regenerator.
But
now.
He's gonna fix the scar?
Afraid to ask how you came by such a mark.
It's nothing.
On the contrary.
Bro, he always acts so nice and caring, and then he just stabs you.
The gulf that exists between our two peoples. It must be removed immediately.
Like, every time Dukat does stuff like this, and you're like, wow, he's nice. But he's just doing it for his own agenda, or doing it for one reason or another, in just another evil way.
well, I'd say congratulations are in order. You've all passed your first test.
I hate this guy so much.
When I was a child, I dreamed of having enough food to eat and pretty clothes to wear, and now look at me.
She has that, but on a Cardassian station.
You think you can stand there hiding in a corner on...
Ew, you're so creepy.
I don't remember seeing you before.
I just arrived yesterday.
Oh, so creepy, dude.
Betazoid?
Come. Sit on my lap.
No, thank you.
Tell me how much you hate Cardassians.
Oh my god.
Now pour me some more of that canar, and let's see if we can't work out our differences.
This episode makes me very uncomfortable. The guy in the background makes me very uncomfortable.
All I said to her was...
I don't care what you were saying. I don't like what you were doing.
Why is he standing up for her?
Get away from her.
He's definitely doing this to manipulate her, I feel.
And see that her privacy is respected.
She will not be disturbed.
I only hope...
Kira knows.
I only hope you won't condemn us all for the boorish behavior of one man.
He's done this to many women before. That's crazy. It's a manipulation tactic. He makes them think that he cares about them, and then he just stabs them 1,000 million times.
Now, one foot in front of another.
Don't.
I'm very nervous.
Let's go get some sleep.
I have a better idea. You go sleep in your quarters.
And I'll sleep in mine. Yeah, separate.
Shower for a week to get the smell of that Leggett off of me.
I'll be sure to tell him you said that.
Oh
What are
my
you doing
days.
there? Where's Maru?
Go to the prefect's office.
Beloved prefect has invited her to share his quarters.
Oh my god.
I want to
that's
see
crazy.
Do you?
I said, take me to her. Hey!
Oh my days, Kira. Kira, you did not help yourself there. You made things a lot worse for yourself, actually. Yeah, see, she's even farther away from her now. She knows it. Oh, what is that? Like, just water? It looks just like moldy water.
About my friend?
Well, I know why you haven't heard from her in the last few weeks. She hasn't been on the station.
What are you...
Where is she?
She's a comfort woman for the Spoonheads, isn't she?
So was I.
Does it make you a collaborator?
But I've been watching you. You have no love for the Spoonheads.
Oh, they just...
Spoonheads is so fun, by the way.
I promise. But first I need for you to draw a map for me.
Of the quarters?
The Cardi side of the station.
Well, like you said, I was only there one day.
Anything.
Kira, you know it so well, you liar. Oh, that's cool. It's like a metal detector. Her mom's gonna be here.
Luma,
She's looking good. I bet Dukat's been so nice to her.
I wish I knew how to explain to you these past few weeks. Make you understand.
Understand what?
He's a nice person. Is she gonna say that?
I'm not the monster you think I am.
That's so crazy. That is so crazy. And the lilies.
The fact is, I've treated Maru with nothing but kindness and consideration.
Okay, you little manipulator, ugly head.
I'll be back as soon as this meeting is finished.
No! Oh, no.
It's true. He's very different from
You forget
what I
about your
expected.
husband and kids? It's only been 3 weeks, bro.
Yes. It is. Maru. Listen to me.
Kira's so pissed.
While you're in here playing parlor games, he's busy carrying out the extermination of our people.
That's not true.
Why is that not true?
He set the whole thing up to win you over.
He told me. He tells me everything.
No, that doesn't mean he's not lying.
He's promised to help them. He's going to send them food and medical supplies.
That still doesn't make it right.
Exactly.
What about your husband? Taban loves you.
Yeah, you're just kissing Dukat.
How can you forget him so quickly?
I have not forgotten him.
Then why are you kissing Dukat?
Food, the easy living, that you're doing it all for them. Are you that deluded? It's not for them. It's for you.
Oh, it's possible.
Don't you see what you are? What you've allowed yourself to become? You're a collaborator.
Oh my god.
It's bed? No, because you like sharing his bed, because you've fallen in love with him.
Oh my god, Kira.
Where are you going?
Back where I belong.
Kira realizing her mom was a collaborator. I understand her mom's position, but she is enjoying it, it seems.
The bomb is set to go off 3 minutes after it's activated. And once it's activated, it cannot be disarmed.
Okay, let's do this.
How large of a blast radius are we talking about?
20 meters. I suggest you...
Is she going to kill her mom by accident?
What about that Bajoran mistress of his?
What about her?
You cannot risk telling her what you're doing, not even to save her life.
She's gonna kill her mom?
Would I do that? Like you said, she's a collaborator.
What the heck? She's going to kill her mom.
She deserves whatever she gets.
She's going to kill her mom in the past. That's really cool. That's awesome.
First thing we do is get you some new quarters, something close by.
Sounds good.
I have a copy of that transmission you requested.
Thank you.
What transmission?
This is for you. I think you'll find it very interesting.
Is it the family?
I'll be in my study if you need me.
Oh, I hate whenever he kisses her. And that she just allows it with this huge grin on her face. It's not even like a fake grin, like it's a real grin. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
I'll see to my quarters.
Okay, Luma.
She's going to kill.
Playing together, they've never been happier. And I swear, little Nerisse must have gained 5 pounds.
Oh wow, so this is helping the family.
I've told them that you're still at the refugee center. I think that's best.
Oh wow.
You've saved all our lives. I hope you realize that.
Wow, she's done this to save her family. I'm sorry, I was so hard on you.
Believe that even in the worst of times, we can still find moments of joy and kindness.
Oh man. Oh, Kira was just too caught up in everything. I was too caught up in everything. I'm so sorry.
I'll always love you.
Kira, that bomb has like a minute and a half left.
Maru!
Wow.
Get out of the way!
Oh my god. And Kira's back. And Kira's back.
The occupation, if I ever had any doubt about what their fate should be, I would think of my mother. How she gave her life for Bajor.
And she gave her life for her family.
She died in a Cardassian hospital 7 years after she met Dukat. 7 years.
She was with Dukat for 7 years.
Died in the labor camps during that time. Died while my mother sat sipping Kanar with Dukat.
Yeah, but she saved you, Kira, and the dad and stuff as well. There is a positive to this as well, even though what she did wasn't right, I guess.
No matter what she did, she was still my mother.
Oh. Interesting episode, guys. Really interesting episode. And I think again, it shows how good DS9 is with showing the grays of the world, if you will, with her mom obviously falling in love with Dukat, but still in love with her husband, the Bajoran husband, Kira's dad, and also doing this for her family at the same time. It was this really interesting mix. Really cool. I really like this episode. And that was my reaction to episode 17 of season 6 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Wrongs Darker Than Death or Night. And again, like I just said at the end of the episode reaction, I think this episode is a great example of how Star Trek Deep Space Nine shows the gray in the world. Like Star Trek Deep Space Nine, unlike some other Star Trek properties that I may have seen, there is no really good and evil. Obviously shows like TOS and TNG, they have their moments of good versus evil, but a lot of times it's very set in stone rather than a more gray-ish area, if you will. But DS9 really likes to blur the boundaries between what is good, what is evil, what is right, what is wrong. And this episode is a great example of that with Kira's mom. We haven't really heard about anything about her mom before. She's talked about her dad before, never talked about her brothers, or at least I don't remember her talking about her brothers, so that's interesting that she even has brothers. Like, that was new information for me for some reason. But she's never really discussed her mom. I didn't really know that her mom died when she was young. I just assumed that she never really had a mom in the first place, although she would have had to have had a mom in the first place because she's alive. But so her dad was telling her a story that her mom died when she was 3 years old in a labor camp. Turned out to be a lie, and that Dukat and her had been lovers with each other, at least like that's what Dukat said, and so Kira goes on this big quest, right? I found it to be super engaging and interesting. I love Kira episodes, especially when she's struggling with something from the past, something to do with the occupation, especially when we get to see the occupation, because it's super cool to see the occupation on screen, see what's happening, see like Dukat, for example, see the labor camps, just see how terrible it was. It's kind of a weird thing for me to say, I guess, but to see how bleak and terrible it was visually, because we hear about it all the time, but just to see it puts it into a whole other perspective. But going back to Kira's mom, she was such an interesting example of that blurring of what is right and what is wrong, because obviously Dukat takes a fancy for her and starts treating her with all this respect and kindness and equality and stuff like that. Everything she could want. She gets clothes, she gets to stay clean, she gets food, you know what I mean? She's living this pampered lifestyle, and she starts to fall in love with Dukat. And I think it's really interesting that she was falling in love with Dukat and she was genuinely enjoying her time, which you can see as wrong, and which Kira sees as wrong and sees as her being a collaborator. But on the other side, it's keeping her family alive. It's keeping her family fed with an abundance of food. It's keeping her family healthy and happy and safe. And I think those three things were more important to her than, I don't know, hating on Dukat. And so it allowed her to love Dukat and relax a little bit with him, because she knew that her family was safe and knew her family was thriving. Instead of, if it was like unknown, if she had not known, then maybe she would have fought back a little bit. But because she knew what she was doing was helping, it probably allowed her to relax. And we saw that she hadn't forgotten about her family with that video at the end, with the husband calling, Kira's dad calling, and just saying like, oh, I miss you, I love you, I'll never stop thinking about you. And she was crying over it. So obviously she still cares about them, but she's trapped in this situation and she's not going to get out. She's trapped in this situation, and if she gets out, she's probably going to die. So I guess she's thinking she might as well make the most of it, something along those lines. It's very interesting because I understand why Kira thinks it's wrong. I thought she was in the wrong for the majority of this episode, but then at the end with that video, it kind of turned a little bit, and I was like, oh, but what she's doing can be seen as for her family as well. So it's just this really interesting conversation you can have about the mom and her priorities and her ideologies and stuff like that. I don't know, really interesting. I really, really loved it. I thought Kira's performance, Anna Visitor's performance was out of this world in this episode. I thought it was super, super cool. Again, loved going back to the occupation. And yeah, let's get into the next episode now. I'm excited. Episode 18. I'm pumped because that was a good episode. Episode 18 of Season 6 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Hope you enjoy what am I trying to say? I hope you enjoy my reaction to Inquisition.
Well, doctors always hold their conferences at sunny resorts.
Ours is a grim profession. Don't you think we deserve a break from all the illness and death?
Ah, so fair, actually.
Well, don't forget to take plenty of
Brian,
sunscreen.
Okay? Is that a kayaking outfit?
Not again. Afraid so. You promised me that you wouldn't go.
I want a buddy cop O'Brien Bashir episode.
I know, but I can't stay away.
You can't stay away from the kayaking.
Right.
If the pain gets any worse, Nurse Bandy will give you something.
Thanks, Julian. Have a good time on Casperia.
Yeah, have a good time.
Listen to it and stay away.
I want to go with Bashir. I want a Bashir-focused episode.
The time is 0700 hours.
What?
Yeah, we're gonna get a Bashir episode.
Something tells me I'm gonna need a lot of fractaginos today.
He looks very tired. That's me this morning, actually. That was me this morning. Probably gonna take a nap after I watch this. Pretty excited.
See you in a few days, old chum. Keep the home fires burning.
This is the captain.
I remember the episode that Jake got that for him, or Nog. It's kind of fun just to see Bashir on a day in the morning going to work.
If they called ahead, we could have thrown them a party.
Yeah, well, something tells me it's not a social visit.
Where's the captain?
They're closing down the station for health and safety violations.
All right, people.
He's so angry.
This is Deputy Director Sloan of Internal Affairs.
We all hate Sloan.
Starfleet intelligence has reason to believe that there's been a security breach aboard Deep Space Nine.
What? Who?
I hope you're right, Commander. I really do. But until we determine the source, we have to follow standard containment
quarantine.
Isolate all members of the senior staff.
Sorry, Bashir.
I'll be conducting interviews with each one of you. For the time being, you are not to discuss this matter amongst yourselves.
I wonder if there is someone on board.
It's difficult to say, Doctor, but don't worry, we've already informed Starfleet Medical that you won't be attending your conference.
Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, I don't mind Sloan anymore. He's just doing his job. If there is a security threat, then that's actually pretty big. And you know what? With founders and stuff and changelings, you might as well check if you have any suspicion, because there could just be a founder on board. Who knows? Star Trek Deep Space Nine. See how I slowly faded out? I lingered and slowly faded out? Only a master singer can do that. And you're looking at one. Wei Yun is in this episode now. That's cool.
Hopper scones, moba jam, red leaf tea.
Oh, the replicators aren't working.
What's the matter with this thing?
He needs O'Brien. He needs his buddy.
Come in.
Who is this? Oh, hello. His pen is under there, though.
Yes. Certainly.
Dude, Bashir is just not having a good day so far. He lost his pen. He woke up cranky. He got stuck, couldn't make the conference.
Stand clear!
What the heck? What the heck is going on?
What's going on?
Nothing you need to worry about, sir. This way?
Wait, this is really weird. The music is making this really weird.
Dr. Bashir.
What if he's a changeling? Think about that.
Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Last time you tried to attend a medical conference, you were taken prisoner by the Dominion.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
What, 5 weeks in a Dominion prison camp? I can't imagine what that must have been like.
Crazy good two-parter, that.
Before you started working with them, Starfleet Medical described them as alienated, uncommunicative, and hostile.
No, what a jolly group of people they were.
I envy your profession. You have a positive impact on people's lives.
Yeah, he does.
Actually, when I first came in here, I half suspected that I would be interrogated under a very bright light.
Yeah, me too, actually. Everything was really weird out there.
To prevent anyone from trying to replicate a communications device or a weapon.
Oh, well,
But I'm hungry.
hot buttered scones, a moba jam, and some red leaf tea, please.
Coming right up.
This guy's kind of creepy. Like, I don't know, I'm just creeped out by the atmosphere of everything.
Oh, I volunteered.
I see. Very good.
That was not the right answer, was it? I don't know, man. This is so weird. What's happening right now? This guy is creepy. And I can't tell if he's creepy because the atmosphere of everything is creepy and that hallway thing was creepy where that Roman's running by with a gun, or if his smile is creepy, or if I'm just imagining it. I don't know.
Yes, enjoy.
Ew. 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 Ew.
It's a little early for Gach.
Oh, they got the
And I'll be
wrong...
enjoying my scones, Wolf.
I think they did that on purpose, though. Do you think they're intentionally going to be riling people up to get information? Hey, wait, the pad's there. It was on the table. Is the pen under the couch? It is under the couch. Wait, this is so cool. Wait, I'm so invested right now in this. And the bear was knocked down. Someone was in his room and tried to cover everything up like they weren't in the room.
It went fine. He just asked me a few routine questions.
Believe me, it's not fine. He just grilled me for over 2 hours.
What? 2 hours?
Every single question was about you.
Why is he so...
Okay, better go before they trace this transmission.
Why is he so in love with Bashir?
Just be careful. I think that...
Oh my god. Why do they always cut the transmission when they say, I think the important information was right there? This is so creepy. The music is super creepy. The atmosphere of everything is super creepy. Sloan is super creepy. What is going on right now?
371?
That's right.
Barrack 6?
Yes.
You were there for 5 weeks.
Yep.
37 days, actually.
And fake Bashir was on the station and then got blown up by the sun.
Correct.
He said that the Jem'Hadar removed you from the barracks.
Okay, to torture him?
Wait, let me think. Was I alone in solitary?
Yes, I think that's what that means.
General Martok said you were gone for 7 days.
Yeah, but
He was wrong.
cares?
It was 5.
Why would he lie about something?
What if he just didn't know?
And you weren't.
Human beings are more adaptable to incarceration than Klingons.
That is true.
Especially when they're genetically engineered.
Meaning what?
Okay, Bashir, yeah, retaliate.
Why would the Dominion leave your runabout orbiting the camp unattended?
They didn't think we'd be able to contact it.
Why not? They left you everything you need to build a transmitter.
Garrick had to go in the walls to build this transmitter.
You're not working for them.
What does that even mean?
Are you familiar with the term engrammatic dissociation?
So he's been hypnotized?
But I think they broke you and turned you to their cause and then had you suppress the memory of what happened.
Interesting theory, but it's all speculation.
Of a memory, anything about your mission, about your contact. I know it's not easy, but you've got to try.
What if he's just wrong to begin with?
Will not answer any more questions unless I'm formally charged and can respond with the benefit of counsel. I've had enough of your lies, Doctor.
This is crazy.
And when I'm done, I'm going to take whatever's left of you and I'm going to lock it away.
That's insane.
Guards!
Wait, this is insane. They're charging Bashir with being a spy for the Dominion. They're saying that he's basically been hypnotized, that he's compartmentalized it.
Where's Odo?
In his quarters. We'll be handling security for the town.
Oh, they've just taken over the whole station, haven't they?
You'll live.
Oh, so nice to see you enjoying your work.
Don't you dare punch him.
I believe that. But yours were Jem'Hadar.
That's
You won't be
crazy.
needing this anymore. Step inside.
That's crazy. He hasn't even been charged or found guilty or anything.
Sloan had a son in Starfleet. He was a transport pilot. He was killed by a Dominion patrol.
So he's out for vengeance.
I'm sorry for your loss. But don't you think that your son's death indicates a conflict of interest in your investigation?
Yeah, it should.
Oh, I think it gives me an added incentive to go after the truth.
Nope, that's not how the law works at all.
Director Sloan, have you received orders from Starfleet to relieve me of my command of this station?
No, I...
Oh, damn, Cisco.
Furthermore, from now on, I will sit in on all interrogation sessions to make sure his rights are observed. Do I make myself clear?
Okay, Cisco.
We didn't make contact with them. They captured us.
Well, if that's the case,
Wait,
why
this is
didn't you
an old
attempt to
episode.
escape?
We didn't have a chance.
This is the episode where that Jem'Hadar was trying to get rid of the White.
And curing the Jem'Hadar of their addiction to Ketracel White.
And then they hated each other for a bit, O'Brien and Bashir.
It's not irrelevant, Captain. If anything, it shows he was already sympathetic to the Dominion.
Oh, shit.
But let's move on.
This is this guy. Speculation, speculation, speculation. Where are the facts?
Starfleet was interested in hearing our ideas on how to win the war.
How to win the war? You recommended that the Federation surrender.
We were looking for ways to save as many lives as possible.
Yeah, and he was wrong, and then he backtracked.
I'm in the findings!
Captain, you took the time to examine the findings, didn't you?
Like, yeah, he got you there, Bashir.
But that's a long way from convincing me that he is a traitor.
Yeah,
now, so
that's
far,
so fair.
your case is based on circumstantial evidence and speculation.
That's what I've been saying.
He lied to get into Starfleet. He lied to you when he came aboard this station, and he's been lying to you ever since.
Yeah, but he was afraid he was going to get kicked out then.
And tell the truth.
That's right, he did. Why? Why? What made you confess?
He was backed into a corner, wasn't it?
No.
And why did you come forward?
I was found out.
He had
And if you hadn't been found out, would you have come
by the robot Bashir?
I don't know.
I see.
Yeah, but this argument doesn't make sense to me either. That argument doesn't make sense to me either because that secret is something that could destroy his life. Why would he tell anyone that in the first place?
Isn't it in the realm of medical possibility that the Dominion did recruit you and you have blocked it out of your memory?
Yeah, actually.
It's late. Try to get some sleep.
This is crazy. Even Cisco's turning.
We'll talk again in the morning.
Even Cisco's turning. Might as well just run tests on him and then just come up with actual evidence.
Like you're going on a little vacation after all.
Where are you taking me?
Starbase 53 for further questioning?
Why so far away?
Not anymore.
You have no right to do this, Sloan.
Oh, but I do.
Does he have rights to everything now?
That's to Deep Space Nine by whatever means necessary.
That's crazy.
Doctor, you're about to spend the rest of this war in a maximum security cell.
That's actually nuts to butts.
Hands in front of you, Doctor.
Oh!
Out! Stop it!
Oh, damn! Oh, wait! The Jem'Hadar are here. What if he is working for them?
Welcome home.
Wait. Wait. Wait, I didn't want to believe it.
Yeah. What choice did I have? Starfleet discovered you were working for us.
No, this is not real.
Until finally, the walls inside your mind start to break down and you accept the truth.
This is insane. No, this is insane. My walls are breaking down.
That there's no way Starfleet can defeat the Dominion.
They logicked Bashir's mind.
A moral decision. It's not surprising, really. After all, you are a doctor.
And he hasn't made a decision like that before with the Augment episode.
But history will judge you to be a great man.
It's because whoever wins the war decides history.
You suppress the memories, compartmentalize them. It's a remarkable ability,
No,
but
I
it
can't
does make
believe
these
this.
initial
I can't believe this.
You always reintegrate better on a full stomach.
Is it going to be the food that he likes to eat? Oh my god, it is.
You were almost there. Try again. With a little more effort, you can break through.
I'm not a Dominion spy!
Oh, here's the anger.
Why
Could you both be trying to convince me of the same lie?
Oh, yeah.
Working together.
Oh.
Please, Doctor, listen to yourself.
Yes, Bashir. The Defiant.
Cisco.
Oh my god, the Defiant's attacking them. I think Bashir is right. I think there's a bigger plot here. Oh my gate. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Nice, nice.
I suppose you have a reasonable explanation for why the Dominion broke you out of that holding cell.
I understand how this must look, sir.
It looks really bad.
Well, maybe he's not a traitor. Maybe he's been replaced by a changeling. All I'm saying is that both he and Wei-Yun are trying to frame me.
I actually agree with that.
Because if I'm right, there's no telling what kind of damage Sloan...
Get him off my bridge!
Oh my days.
Dear, you believe me, don't you?
Why did you do it, Julian?
Oh my days. Everyone's turning away from him. Even Miles.
It's all right.
Of course it's all right.
Wait.
We were playing spring ball.
So? It's better now.
Wait.
He didn't hurt it playing spring ball. He dislocated it kayaking in a holosuite.
Wait. This is in his mind.
He'd at least be willing to hear me out.
This is in his mind. They're trying to get into his mind. They're trying to make it an operative.
None of it was real.
This is
But
the
I am.
interrogation?
And this isn't over.
What?
It's not often that we're proven wrong.
I take it you finally believe I'm not working for the Dominion.
That's crazy.
I tell you what, why don't you do the honors? Give it to him.
There's an implant behind his ear.
Subjected you to high levels of stress to ensure accurate test results. And I'm glad to say the results are in your favor.
So he just passed.
Duration appears to be above reproach.
Why do I still detect a hint of doubt in your voice?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just say I belong to another branch of Starfleet intelligence. Our official designation is Section 31.
Section 31.
Felt better that way for all concerned.
And what does Section 31 do? Apart from
They like the Obsidian Order of Starfleet.
We wouldn't be standing here having this conversation.
Starfleet sanctions what you're doing.
Yeah, this is wild.
But that was 200 years ago.
And it's still
Are
going.
you telling me you've been working on your own ever since? Without...
They're their own organization?
Accountable to nobody but yourselves?
You make it sound so ominous.
It is.
You function as judge, jury, and executioner, and I think that's too much power for anyone.
Yeah.
You have all the qualifications to be a very useful member of Section 31.
A few minutes ago, you were calling me a
Yeah, now you're trying to hire him.
We're on the same team. We believe in the same principles
No,
that
not
every
at all.
other Federation citizen holds dear.
No, you don't.
Violate those principles as a matter of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you suppose those people give a damn that you lied to get into Starfleet Medical? I doubt it.
Oh, wow. This is an effective point.
And I don't think you are either.
You've got the wrong man, Sloan.
I don't think so. In time, you'll come to agree with me.
This is really interesting.
You consider what I've said.
What if I decide to expose you?
Let's just say I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
That's crazy, dude. What the heck? Like a secret order of Starfleet?
And as for Section 31, that's a little more complicated. Starfleet Command doesn't acknowledge its existence.
But it's there.
I can't believe the Federation condones this kind of activity.
Personally, I find it hard to believe they wouldn't. Every other great power has a unit like Section...
Obsidian Order.
The Federation, they've learned to cover their tracks very well.
You don't have to find them. They'll come to us. You said that Sloan tried to recruit you.
That turned...
So he'll be back.
And the next time he asks you to join his little group, you will say yes.
So he's coming back. And we're maybe joining his group.
Looks like you're going to get to play a spy after all.
That's
Only
so
this
awesome.
time, for real.
Wait, what is this extra plot line we're adding here? This is so awesome. Whoa, that was a fun episode. That was a fun episode. And Secret Order for Starfleet? What the heck is this new development? I love it so much. And I'm hoping, praying, that we hear about Section 31 again soon. And that was my reaction to episode 18 of season 6 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Inquisition. That was a really interesting episode. I had a lot of fun with it. It was a Bashir episode, first of all. I love Bashir episodes. I wish we had more Bashir episodes in a season, just because he is my favorite character, or one of my favorite characters, and I feel like we don't get enough single Bashir episodes. Usually it's like 1, maybe 2 a season, and I wish there were more than that because I love that guy so much. But yeah, this episode had this really creepy, unnerving vibe to it. The atmosphere of the episode, the music of the episode, everything felt very slow. Everything felt very meticulous. Everything felt very uneasy or wrong, like slightly off. It's like I was looking at a frame, like a picture, but it was like slightly crooked. Not crooked enough where at first glance you're like, oh, that's straight. But then the more you look at it, you're like, oh, maybe that is crooked, and then you start to second guess yourself. That's how I felt with this episode. The first 20 minutes of this episode, especially before he goes to jail and then gets beamed off onto the Dominion ship and yada yada yada. That whole the whole interrogation and, you know, going into his quarters and stuff and walking down the hallways was incredibly creepy. The music was super creepy. I want to shout out the music because it added so much atmosphere to the first 20 minutes of this episode. It was like this slow, lingering music that wasn't the usual music for Deep Space Nine, and it just, I don't know, it just added to these like slower paced shots, these weird things that were going on, someone going through Bashir's stuff in his room, that woman running down the hallway with a gun going, move, 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 you know what I mean? Like, what was going on? And everything in the first 20 minutes just accumulated to create this really unnerving effect. And it was very, very powerful. Like, it was very affecting, and I really enjoyed it, and I was finding myself to get really creeped out by it. Of course, then Sloan is like, oh yeah, we think that you were working with the Dominion, but you're just compartmentalizing it to, and you're like forgetting about it basically. Like you're giving information to the Dominion, but you actually believe that you're not. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, that's interesting, but there's no way Bashir is doing that. You know what I mean? And then things escalate, and then it turns out that everything was a hologram. And that scene, or yeah, it was like a hologram, I guess. It was all in his mind. And that scene was incredible when, you know, he's talking to Cisco on the Defiant and everyone's turning their backs on him and he's getting so mad. He goes to O'Brien and O'Brien hits him with his shoulder, and then Bashir's like, your shoulder is not injured, buddy. Your shoulder is not injured. You had your shoulder injured yesterday. And then like you can see the whole deception just dissolving around him. It was just super fun. That scene was super fun, and I never even thought for a second that this was going to be in his mind. And even the episode had me believing very, very briefly that, oh, maybe he is working for the Dominion. Like, maybe, I guess that could make sense in some way, but I couldn't believe it at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, that's too far-fetched. But anyways, the coolest thing about this episode is Section 31. It is this new secret order that Starfleet has, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. In fact, I think I'm quite against it, to be honest with you, because it's very similar to the Tal Shiar, it's very similar to the Obsidian Order, it's very similar to any other secret order that runs basically as its own governance, or under its own governance, I should say, separate from the main things, that kind of has the power to do whatever they want, is very under the table, is willing to bend the rules, is willing to do what they deem is right, is willing to be judge, jury, and executioner. All of those things fall to Section 31, or is kind of what Section 31 is about, making sure that the Federation stays safe, whatever means necessary. And if you think about it, like, they are abandoning their principles. The Federation are abandoning their principles if they have a secret service like the Obsidian Order or the Tal Shiar. What makes the Federation better than these people if they're just doing the same thing? And I understand that maybe you're saying, oh, if everyone has it, then why can't you have it too? Like, it's just going to be an unfair advantage for everyone else if you also don't have this secret order that does these kind of horrible things in order to save the lives on your side quite a bit. it. And while that makes sense, at the same time, does that make it right? Does that make it right for you to have in the first place? And I get that in war, sometimes you have to do things that aren't right, but they had this for 200 years, so that's even before the war. There's just a lot of things going on with this Section 31, but it's very interesting, and it seems like this is going to be a recurring plot. I think this is like the first threads of a new plot for the end of season 6, maybe going into season 7 potentially, because they said Sloane is going to come back. I'm expecting, because Cisco said that Sloane is actually going to come back into the show. Like, the writers are going to make Cisco say, when you see Sloane next, say you're going to join. Like, the writers are going to make Cisco say that and then just never show Sloane again. So Sloane is coming back. Section 31 is coming back. Bashir is going to join Section 31. That'll be really interesting. So yeah, that is going to be the end of my review. I had a lot of fun with these episodes. I had a lot of fun with both episodes today, actually. They were both very interesting. The first episode was very heavy at times, but very interesting with this moral gray area. Second episode was just thrilling. It was just so much fun. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. But wait, don't go. Do you remember that episode that I mentioned a lot at the start of this reaction? What was it called? Oh yeah, In the Pale Moonlight. That's coming out next week on YouTube. Make sure you stick around to watch that. But just wait one more time. Wait one more time. Don't go. Don't leave the couch. If you want to watch In the Pale Moonlight and 3 weeks more episodes, you can head over to Patreon right now, where In the Pale Moonlight is there for your viewing pleasure. It comes out next week, but you can watch it a week early if you watch it on my Patreon right now. I probably I don't know, orgasmed watching this episode. I don't know, people are saying to me that this is like the best episode of all time, so I have high expectations for this episode. And if you want to see how I react to that episode, if you want to see me, I don't know, cry or laugh or feel everything at once, which apparently this episode will make you do, then head over to Patreon and you can watch me watch In the Pale Moonlight right now a week early. If not, you can watch me watch it next week. But there are many other episodes on Patreon right now, not just In the Pale Moonlight, but His Way, The Reckoning, Valiant, Prophet and Lace, and Time's Orphan, all the way up to episode 24 of season 6, which means we are near the season finale. Next week, the season finale will be hopping onto Patreon, which is super, super cool. That means we're so close to the season finale at this point, actually. It's kind of scary at the same time. It means I'm almost done DS9. But yeah, next week is The Pale Moonlight, or In the Pale Moonlight. Make sure to be here for that episode. It's going to be an amazing experience. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next Star Trek Deep Space Nine reaction.